The cardio as a physical activity, the aerobic physical activity that is using substrate for energy, what? Fatty acids. He's using fatty acids for energy. You didn't eat all night, you wake up in the morning, you start doing the cardio, 1,000,000% for sure you're gonna burn body fat that you have. 1,000,000%. So that would be, for me, that fat burning phase, that daily, anybody that needs to lose body fat, even if you are not really in the contest preparation mode, but you want to lose body fat, do the cardio on empty stomach first. For sure you're going to lose some. But from that point on to the rest of the day, you have to really be meticulous and calculate how many calories would take you every 3 hours to maintain, so not to gain, not to lose. You already lost some body fat, now you maintain until you come to the gym to train. So bodybuilders need much more because you want a maximal hypertrophy, but even girls, they're training. You guys want to get your body in anabolic mode. You want to insert nutrients into the cells of the muscle that you're training. You're going to be training slow twitch muscle fibers, so you're not going to get the crazy bulk, but you need still nutrients to feed that fiber. Bodybuilders, I was bodybuilder too. I'm comparing myself to twice as big Zack. We need for fast twitch fiber to anabolize much more. But if you follow me so far, we have an opportunity every day to have a fat burning phase, maintenance phase, and anabolic phase. When you train, you can insert everything into the muscles that you're training. If you do this in off-season, pre-contest, doesn't matter, it's just accelerated pace. If you need to lose body fat faster, right, you have to be a little bit restrictive with the calories. If you are in off-season, you want to put the major size, right, for off-season, you really need to be in surplus of the calories, because if you don't have it, you know, too bad. You can't build the mansion without the bricks, right? So if you don't have it enough, it's too bad. So for that reason, if I look how you should diet, this is the moment you wake up. Let's say if it's 6 a.m. and, you know, midnight, I don't know, and you divide this for so many hours throughout the day. You wake up in the morning, you do the cardio, that's fat burning phase. For sure. Okay, now you're delivering every 3 hours some nutrition, for example. And I don't know, somebody likes to train in the morning, somebody likes to train in the evening, somebody trains twice. It's, you know, basically this. As soon as you finish your cardio, now you are in a catabolic phase. For 6, 7, 8 hours when you're sleeping, you haven't been eating, so your body was using all these calories. Then you wake up and do the cardio, you're in a catabolic state, but you're catabolizing fat, which we want. But if you don't eat, and you don't eat enough, you're going to continue being catabolic. So it would be very wise immediately to break down catabolism with a good source of protein, of course, and source of energy that you're going to use. It can be carbohydrates or fat or both, but I'm going to start with the best way that I think, which would be protein and good fats. If you start your day with the first meal, you don't want to play really too much with the insulin, so I suggest you don't eat carbs. You eat good protein, and usually I like some combination of fast, intermediate, and slow. If you take, for example, steak and eggs, right? Well, steak takes forever to be digested. You know, you're not going to get those amino acids for a few hours. You're going to be probably continue being catabolic. So it's wise, first thing in the morning, immediately, to take some additional fast-acting protein hydrolyzed, either casein hydrolyzed or whey. 1 scoop with your breakfast. Breakfast should be egg whites, chicken breast, turkey breast, whatever you like, and some kind of fat, usually nuts are accepted to be the best choice because of favorable effect on neurotransmitters, gives you sense of well-being, energy, and so on, and giving you enough calories. I would give more calories that you're going to burn for the next 3 hours because you need to break down catabolism. So for ladies, if let's say you need a 300 calorie meal, I would give you 400 calorie meal. And for guys, if they need a 600-700 calorie meal, I would give you 800 calories in this first one. So little surplus. Then you watch what you're going to do next 3 hours, the next 3 hours, and so on. If you're going to train with the weights, okay, at the time that you're training with the weights, your substrate of utilization, energy used is going to be glucose, carbohydrate. If you're on a no-carb diet, you're not taking any carbs, but you're taking amino acids, right, because you don't want carbs, you train, you're going to force your body to produce that carbohydrates, that glucose. So even though you had no carbs, and thinking, okay, I'm perfectly on no-carb diet, your body will convert glycogenic amino acids, and 18 out of 20 are glycogenic aminos. They're going to convert those aminos into the energy. So for me, that was always nonsense that people would take expensive branched-chain aminos, 3 of 8 essential amino acids, very valuable amino acids, but for protein synthesis to build tissue, not to be used, as energy. Because if you have no carbs, these branched-chain amino acids are going to convert into carbs, and you're going to use that. Now, they're extremely expensive, yes. Do they work? Yes. But this is equivalent if you take a cash and put in a fire to heat your house. It's way too expensive fuel. Why, for the love of God, would you use that when you know you're gonna burn glucose for muscle contractions? Why not giving body what body needs, which is glucose at that time? So meal before the workout, I usually like to have starchy complex carbs, oatmeal. It can be even some fruit if you want in it, right? It can be brown rice, sweet potato, or anything like this. And I like to have a low fat protein source: chicken breast, turkey breast, white fish, egg whites.
So the fruit's going to be
you can have some fruit. Yeah, you can have some fruit, yes. Not much, but if you have a oatmeal, and you want to put some berries in it, no problem. I don't want to say, you can't have it. You can have it, yes, by all means. Because keep in mind, hours as you're sleeping, you had nothing. Then you did cardio, you had nothing. In your first meal, you had nothing. So, give body, no problem, because that fructose, it's slow. It's not going to, bring your insulin up. So it's very safe. I'm not going to tell you eat, a bucket full of something, but have some. I think you said you have berries with your oatmeal, no?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, it's absolutely acceptable.
It's just like you just want some
yeah.
antioxidant, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Antioxidants, vitamins, there's many things, and as a caloric input, it's very, very low caloric anyway. Strawberries or anything like this, no problem. So, yeah. By the way, I want you guys to understand, we have a cardiologist from Italy, here. I'm proud to have him here, who is also a doctor, and he can confirm or deny something that I say. So if
ask you something.
yeah.
You finished? No.
Okay, when I finish, okay. So, meal before training, right? You want to prepare your body for what's going to happen next, intense training session, right? So give body some slow glucose, so this polysaccharide from potato, sweet potato, brown rice is going to be slowly breaking down, releasing glucose in the blood. So you're not going to have a huge insulin response. When you start training, okay, everything that we did today, normally I would have you take during workout drink, which would be specifically made essential amino acids, some glucose. It can be glucose polymer, Vitargo, you heard the amylopectin, maltodextrin, some kind of glucose delivering carbohydrates. Why? That glucose that goes in the bloodstream is going to trigger insulin release from pancreas.